is much bigger than just the behavior of a sales rep at that moment of truth when they're sitting in front of the customer. There's so much more that happens behind the scenes that makes that customer successful. And this is this complete rethinking and reimagining of the way in which you organize your sales force, the way you organize your organization overall, and the way that they collaborate. And this is all driven by these meaningful engagements you're trying to have happen with your customers. The things that are driving it the most are disruption and innovation. Now, these are two words that get used a lot. So if I went around the room and I said, okay, this side of the room, I want you to define disruption, and then you guys define disruption, and then you define disruption, it would be very different. And same with innovation. But here's what I'd say. I think for those of us who have been doing this for a while, over the last 10 years, we could say technology is very different than it was 10 years ago. Yes. We could say the customer is very different than it was 10 years ago. Obviously. The third thing would be, but yet we tend to sell exactly the same way we always have. Now, what do I mean by that? You call 100 people, 10 people call you back, 2 people book a meeting, you get one deal, you just dial for dollars. Now we're getting more intelligent, but the action and the activity, the funnel, the journey, the pace, the process remains fairly linear. It is you do this, Mr. Sales Rep, then you unpack the story. In these 5 steps, you go and talk to the customer and you drop the book on the table, open up the map, very process-oriented. Now they do something different, but it's still this very similar process. And this disruption and innovation now touches every part of the business, and what gets ignored a lot is the actual act of selling. Not the training, not necessarily the technology, but the act. So the first thing for me is speed. We need to get to where our customers are going before they do so we can greet them when they get there. Whatever it is that you're selling, you want to make sure you're getting in front of where the customer is going to be eventually so that when they get there, you're welcoming them, you know that that's where they're eventually going to end up, and you want to make sure that you provide them all the things that they need, knowing that this is where they were going to be in their own journey as they grow their business.